Hi everyone, welcome to Millennial Investing. And today we're just going to be talking about the Model Y, which is Tesla's new announced crossover SUV. It was announced yesterday, and we're just going to take a look at what it's like on the website in the first week. So when we go to the Model Y section here, we get this nice picture of this red Model Y, cargo space 66 cubic feet, really large. People all over the place are saying that they already feel like the Model 3 is really large, so this has even more space. And these statistics right here are for the long range, which is going to be which is the current base model that you can get, because basically the $39,000 model is not currently available, but we'll get to that. Here on the second page, we can see that they're going to obviously go for 5-star safety across. Low center of gravity with the battery. This is very similar to the Model 3. In the interior view here, it looks really similar to the Model 3, but all this extra space in the back. Here it says room for up to 7 adults with optional third row. What I think is really cool is I don't think Elon Musk really touched on this at the unveil, but the third row is actually an option, so you don't have to get it. You can actually choose to just get 5 seats in your Model Y, or you can choose to pay an extra $3,000 for those 2 back seats. But from what I've heard, those 2 seats might have very little space and might be better if you have kids, and that might be a smaller type of person is going to be back there. Versatile seating and storage for cargo and passengers. Easy access to the trunks makes loading and unloading convenient. Nice picture here. Some of the statistics. This 3.5 seconds is definitely a performance model. I don't think all the models are going to have that, but that's totally fine. Some more statistics. Has the autopilot, obviously. One of the features of all the Tesla cars. As you can see from this image, it's got such a similar feel, it looks like, to the Model 3, which makes a lot of sense because 75% of the parts are going to be the same. Oh, this is great here. So we can see here the different specs for the various models. So you can see here performance 3.5 seconds. Yep, long range all-wheel drive 4.8 seconds. Long range rear-wheel drive 5.5 seconds. And this is the standard range. Yeah, so okay, so we're going to get to that in a minute. And then we can go down here and we'll look at the order page so we can go over all the options you can get at this moment. So as you can see here, on the last page there was 4 options, but only you can see here that there are 3 options, and currently they're only offering the 3 highest options. Which, let's go from the top down, I guess. So at the performance, that's going to start at about $60,000 before savings, and then I live I got the tax incentive, so it comes down a little bit, and that's what the price is here. The performance model looks really nice. It's got nice long range, 280 miles per hour, or 280 miles, and it's got the 3.5 seconds acceleration is 0 to 60, which is incredible. And then if we take a look at the long range, comes down in price a bit, $51,000 base price. This one's got also 280 mile range. A little bit not as much acceleration, but this car's also all-wheel drive still, so that's really nice. And then for the current lowest model, that's going to be the long range with 300 miles, which is kind of interesting that the lowest model actually has more range than the 2 above it. But obviously that compensates in the fact that you get 5.5 seconds for the 0 to 60, which is obviously slower than the other 2. But as you can see here, there's a little disclaimer. There's this little message at the bottom. Standard range production is expected to begin early 2021. So when they say standard range, that's going to be the base model that what we've been said. People have said it's going to be 39,000. So then when we come to the exterior page, obviously all the same color for the options that you can see for the Model 3. Everything's the same here, really, for the exterior. Now here for the interior, we still have the black and white option, which is the same for all the other vehicles. But here's what's the interesting part, where you can select your interior layout, which included in that base price is just the 5 seats. And if you want the other 2 seats, it's actually $3,000 more. So if you're expecting to get a 7-seat Model Y for that base 39,000. That's not going to happen. You're going to have to pay at least 3,000, extra to get this feature in it. So, let's keep going forward. Autopilot, basically the same. Currently, mid-March, their pricing options, there's 3,000 for the autopilot and 5,000 for the full self-driving, where, it's a 7,000 upgrade later on and a 4,000 upgrade later on, respectively. What's interesting here is that they keep changing the price point around a lot. So it'll be interesting to see where this ends up settling, if they end up going higher or if it's going to, if they're going to try to keep dropping the price. But obviously that technology is advancing crazy fast. So and that's one of the most exciting parts, in my opinion, is the autopilot features. So yeah, that's the Model Y, and it's really exciting. I think it's going to get a lot more orders than the Model 3, honestly, because I think the American market specifically is really good for this SUV. And now that the price is coming down, compared to the Model X, it's going to have a lot more appeal to a lot of people. I'll be very interested to see in the coming weeks and coming months to see if Tesla announces their pre-order numbers, because that will certainly be exciting. And I think that they'll be able to meet that production goals easily with the Gigafactory in Shanghai, and combined with the Gigafactory in Nevada. I think production is going to be able to really, meet whatever they need in at the end of 2020 and 2021 and beyond. So it's a really exciting stuff, and that's the Model Y. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Have a good day.